The American Diabetes Association brings you the very latest cutting-edge advances in diabetes research, prevention, and care. It's the 80th Scientific Sessions, a virtual experience, and we're ADA TV. It's day 3 of ADA TV, and the 80th ADA Scientific Sessions is ramping up to showcase the very latest in diabetes, from top clinical trial results to a recap of the last 80 years in diabetes research. On today's show, we look at how researchers are working on a new molecule with an insulin-dependent MOA for type 1 diabetes. And we hear from Dr. Jiandie Lin about his work looking at signaling pathways in diabetes. First, over to Planning Committee Chair Dr. Jose Florez to find out Sunday's meeting highlights.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the day 3 of the American Diabetes Association Scientific Sessions. We have a packed day for you today. And we start the day at 8 o'clock with a symposium on the heterogeneity of type 2 diabetes. It is a condition that has many different flavors, and we're trying to understand what type of type 2 diabetes really a person has. And so today you will hear from experts that bring in different techniques, physiology, genetics, to try to determine the heterogeneity of this condition. Of course, Sunday at the American Diabetes Association is the key day when both the President for Science and Medicine, Dr. Eckel, and the Banting Medal Achievement winner give their talks. Dr. Eckel will give you a panoramic view of type 2 diabetes, particularly in the context of this very unusual year, where COVID-19 not only has brought out how people type 2 with diabetes are at higher risk of complications from this disease, but also the disparities and inequalities that result from how the disease affects people. And Dr. Ferranini, one of the giants in our field, will give an overview of his lifetime's work in explaining to us the physiology of type 2 diabetes. Don't want to miss those things. Then at noon, we will have a symposium by the RISE investigators. The RISE study did beautiful phenotyping of children and young adults and adults with both prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, and they will present some of those findings to try to clarify the differences in the two age groups. And then we close the day with a critical debate question. Should metformin continue to be used as the first-line agent in the treatment of diabetes, particularly in people with established or at high risk for arteriosclerotic disease? And even though metformin is at the very top of our treatment algorithms, should some of the new agents maybe be the first-line agent that we practitioners choose to treat patients? So we have a full day for you. We hope you're enjoying the meeting. Stay tuned and make sure you don't miss some of the great science and medicine we have for you at today's American Diabetes Association Scientific Sessions.
ADA TV is brought to you virtually from the 80th Scientific Sessions of the American Diabetes Association. Make sure to watch daily for highlights, interviews, and insights from around the world at the very cutting edge of diabetes research. Follow these links to see it all. Now, to find out how researchers in North Carolina are working on small molecules for a wide range of therapeutic areas, including one that provides great hope for application in type 1 diabetes.
VTD Therapeutics is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company developing small molecules for large therapeutic areas. Our lead candidates are in type 1 diabetes and in Alzheimer's. And importantly, these are all drug candidates that we discovered in our laboratories.
Roughly 1.6 million people in the United States of America and many more around the world suffer from type 1 diabetes, a truly burdensome disease that affects one throughout their lifetime.
The majority of patients with diabetes do not achieve the treatment goals defined by the American Diabetes Association. TTP-399 is a new compound that works in the liver, and with regards to blood sugar, it increases the amount of glucose that's taken up by the liver, particularly after meals.
TTP-399 has the potential to be the perfect adjunctive therapy to insulin.
While you're attending this virtual meeting, make sure you visit the 3D exhibit hall where you can interact in real time with representatives from exhibiting companies. You should also stop by the ADA bookstore to find the latest titles in science and clinical care, as well as a consumer section, including cookbooks that can help your patients prepare tasty meals that follow ADA nutrition guidelines. Joining me now is Outstanding Scientific Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Jiandie Lin. So I want to talk about your work with inner organ crosstalk, and for those who don't know what it means, but more specifically, the key signaling pathways involved in obesity and diabetes.
So inter-organ crosstalk refers to hormonal signaling from one organ or tissue to another. And it's kind of a way our body senses nutrient and energy status, communicate and respond to physiological needs to maintain homeostasis. So, in the context of diabetes, obviously insulin is the most prominent hormone that regulates blood glucose and many metabolic processes.
So how has the knowledge and understanding of endocrine signaling really evolved? And is this just the tip of the iceberg?
Over the last several decades, it's become clear that many cell types in the body, like adipocytes or fat cells and hepatocytes, could also release signaling molecules with important regulatory functions. So this latter group, the hormones produced by these non-professional cells, really remain under studies, and that's what our focus is in our lab.
I would be remiss if I didn't say congratulations on your award. And I know it's always nice to be recognized for your work, but how do you think that getting this award and having more people know about your work will help in your research and ultimately better help patients?
Well, I was really thrilled to receive this award, not only because it's a wonderful honor, but also for the fact that ADA supported our research at the very beginning of my independent career. So this feels very special. And we hope to expand this area of research.
An exciting future there for the work of Dr. Jiandie Lin. Make sure to catch his lecture on Monday. That's it for today. Come back tomorrow for insights from President of Medicine and Science, Dr. Robert Eckel. Till then, stay safe.